Hello and welcome. We are on moment area method. All right, this will be our first introductory class on moment area method. This is the third method we use in finding the slope and deflection on a beam. All right, so we are going to be considering this beam on the board. It is simply supported. The assumption is that the maximum deflection will be at what, at the mid span. All right, now we are going to be considering a small elemental area dx, all right, between C and D. All right, as you can see from the board, we have a small elemental area dx between C and D. We have it at a distance x from what, the reference line. This line at B is referred to as what, as the reference line. All right, this is the bending moment diagram. This curve here, this curve is the bending that what, that the load makes. All right, this curve is the bending that the load makes. This is the bending moment area, the bending moment diagram, and this is our distance dx. So consider, let's consider a small portion, all right, the x between CD all right, so m will be equal to what, the bending moment between CD. M is equal to the bending moment of CD. The x will be the length of CD. The x will be equal to what, length of CD. All right, what do we have next? We have the theta. The theta will be equal to what, will be equal to the angle that this curve CD makes with what, with the whole length of the beam. Or it can be equal to what, the tangent that P and Q makes with what, with D prime C prime. So we have the theta to be equal to tangent which PQ makes with C prime D prime. All right, now R is equal to what? R is equal to the radius of the bent up beam. All right, so if we have a load at the center of this beam, it produces what, this deflection. All right, now the radius of this deflection by geometry is nothing but what, is nothing but R. All right, this zero here is assumed to be the center of the bent up beam. All right, so from the center to any part of the curve is what, is our radius. So radius R is equal to what, the R is equal to the radius of the bent up beam. So we have R is equal to radius of the bent beam. All right, so what else do we have here? So as we derive further, now we are going to be using this bending moment diagram. All right, we are going to be using this moment area method diagram you see here to derive two equations. All right, for our Mohr theorem, we are going to derive two equations. So from the geometry of this figure, you can see that C prime D prime is equal to what? Is equal to the theta multiplied by what? Multiplied by R. All right, there are two ways we can analyze this. We know that the length of a part of a curve is equal to what, the angle multiplied by the radius, or we can as well take the tan of what, the theta. Tan of the theta is what, C prime D prime all over R. If we make C prime D prime subject, C prime D prime will be equal to what, the theta multiplied by what, multiplied by R. So from the geometry of this figure, from the geometry of the figure, we have what, C prime D prime equals to what, R d theta. All right, so this is what we have here. Now from here you can see that C prime D prime is equals to what, the x. C prime D prime is equals to the x. So we say but C prime D prime is equals to what, is equals to the x. All right, so we can substitute the x for c prime d prime. So we have the x to be equals to what? R d theta. All right, so this is what we have. Now we also know that for a beam, m all over I is equals to what? Is equals to E all over what? R. All right, this formula is from our theory of pure bending. We have derived this formula in our previous video on bending stresses in a beam, so you can go back and look for the derivation. All right, so from here we can make R the subject. If we make R the subject, we have mr equals to what? EI by cross multiplication, and then if we divide both sides by m, our R will be equal to EI all over what? All over m. This is our value for R. All right, now we are going to be substituting the value for R in this equation. All right, let's substitute the value for R in this equation. We can call this equation 1. All right, so if we substitute R in equation 1, we have the x to be equal to R is nothing but what? EI all over m multiplied by the theta. All right, so this is what we have. Now we will simplify further. Let's simplify further. We have EI d theta to be equal to, let's do it like this. We have the x equals to EI d theta all over m. If we cross multiply, we have EI d theta equals to what? The x multiplied by what? Multiplied by m. If we make the theta the subject, this will go with this. We have the del theta to be equal to the x multiplied by m all over what? All over EI. All right, so this is what we have. So let's continue to derive. All right, equation 1, we are going to be making reference to it. All right, so take note of equation 1 here. Equation 1 is nothing but what? The x equals to R multiplied by the theta. All right, so from here we can integrate. All right, we can integrate to get the total slope of this beam. To get the total slope of this beam, we are going to integrate that equation from what? From 0 to L. All right, so if we integrate from 0 to L of the theta, all right, this will be equal to, we have the integral from 0 to what? To L of the x multiplied by m all over what? All over EI. Now if we integrate this, we have theta to be equals to, we can take EI out of the integral sign, we have 1 all over EI, the integral of what? 0 to L of m multiplied by what? The x. All right, now from here, the area, you can see here that we have a rectangle here. We have what is more like a rectangle here, and the area of a rectangle is nothing but what? Length times breadth. The length here is the x, the breadth here is what? Is m. So we have m dx, but this is for this small elemental body that we are considering. This is for CD. So if you want to get the total area of this beam, it's nothing but what? The integral from 0 to L m multiplied by what? Multiplied by the x. So the integral from 0 to L m multiplied by the x is the what? Is the total what? Area of this beam. All right, but the area for this small elemental section is nothing but what? M dx. So A, which is equals to what? The total area of what? Of the bending moment diagram. All right, this will be equal to the integral from 0 to L m dot what? The x. The x. So this is what we have. All right, like I said before, m del x is what is the area of this small elemental portion, but when you integrate from 0 to L, it will be the area of what of the whole bending moment section. So now this implies that if we substitute a here, we have theta to be equals to a all over what e I. All right, so this equation here is known as what is known as Mohr theorem. All right, it is known as Mohr theorem. So you are going to be deriving two. This is for slope, and the next one is for deflection. So the two of them are known as what Mohr theorem. All right, now this equation here can be used to look for the slope of any beam, all right, be it a cantilever beam or a simply supported beam with a point load or uniformly distributed load, whatever the case may be. This equation is going to be used in deriving those relations. All right, so we can call this equation what? Equation 2. All right, it is our first what? Mohr equation. All right, now from the geometry of this figure also, we know that what PQ, all right, will be equals to x, that is this distance, multiplied by what? Multiplied by the theta. All right, PQ will be equals to what? X multiplied by the theta. All right, but we know that the theta is equals to what? The x multiplied by m all over what? All over ei. So we substitute the x multiplied by m all over ei here. It implies that what? PQ will be equals to, we have x multiplied by what? Del x multiplied by m all over what? All over ei. All right, so this is what we have. Next, we are going to be integrating this. Now we know that from this point B to this point Q is the total deflection of this beam. All right, and PQ is just the deflection of this small elemental portion we are considering. Now, in order to get the total what deflection for the whole bending moment diagram, we are going to be integrating PQ from 0 to what? From 0 to L. All right, so if we integrate PQ from 0 to L, we will get the what? The total deflection of the bending moment diagram. Integrate PQ from 0 to L. This is PQ. This will be equal to the integral from what? 0 to L of m x del x all over what? All over e I. All right, so when we integrate this, it will be nothing but what? The total what? Deflection, which is what? Which is y. It will be equal to the integral. We can take 1 over ei out of the integral sign. This is 1 all over ei. Then we are left with the integral from 0 to what? To L of m dot x dot what? Dot dx. Now m, the integral of what? From 0 to L of m dot x dot dx is nothing but what? The moment of what? Of area of the bending moment diagram from the reference line. All right, we know that this is we know that the integral from 0 to L of m dx, exclude x now, we know that the integral from 0 to L of m dx is nothing but what? It's nothing but the area of the bending moment diagram. So for us to get the moment of the area of the bending moment diagram about the reference line, we multiply it by the perpendicular distance, which is what? Which is x. So that is exactly what we just did here. So our integral from what? From 0 to L of m dot x dot dx will be equals to what? Will be equals to the moment of area, right, of moment of area of bending moment diagram about the reference line. All right, so this is what we have, and this is also equals to what? It's also equals to a x bar. All right, everything here is also equals to a x bar, where x bar is the horizontal distance from the center of gravity towards to the reference line, and a is what? The area of the total the area of the bending moment diagram. So this is equal to what? It's equals to a x bar. So this implies that what y will be equals to what ax bar all over what all over ei. All right, so this is equation what equation 3, and hence we have what theta. So we can say, so therefore theta is equals to what a all over what ei, and y is equals to ax bar all over what ei. Okay, so the two of them are known as what Mohr's theorem. All right, so the both of them are known as Mohr's theorem. So now we are going to be looking at some cases under moment area method. All right, and these are the two relations we are going to be using to get what the slope and what and the deflection under those cases. All right, we are going to be looking at some cases that relates to cantilever and some to what simply supported beam. But before we do that, our next video is going to be on shapes, because when we consider when we want to solve under moment area method, all right, we are going to be looking at the bending moment diagrams. All right, whatever shape the bending moment diagram is, we are going to be using the horizontal distance from the center of gravity to the reference line to look for our deflection as well as what as well as our slope. So our next video, you are going to be seeing those diagrams, their areas and what and their horizontal distance from the center of gravity to the reference line. So I hope you understand all what we just did. All right, so if you need the copy of this note, feel free to reach out to us, and as many others that we have done for your own for your own copy. The link is on our description below. You can click on it and reach out to us via WhatsApp or via our email. All right, so be sure to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.